Hello and welcome to the Foxcatcher AFL show. My name's Julian Vallance, joined as always by Bernie Vince. And Bernie, let's get straight into round 10 action. Friday night, SCG, Sydney versus Carlton. We've been banging on about it for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Sydney wouldn't be able to make the 8, take the price. Well, now the market's cottoned on. I think they're about $1.20 to miss the 8, so well done us there. But let's get to this game. Can they put a dagger into the Blues' hopes of making the 8 by beating them here?
Yeah, when you know, I know they mathematically can make the 8, but when they're not going to make the 8, what you can is you can upset the teams trying to make the 8. And Carlton is certainly one of them. They're probably the shortest favourites of anyone to come inside the top 8, even though we think that's pretty set. So what you can do, you can have a bit of fun knocking teams like this off. And I think that market should be slightly closer. I like Carlton in this game, but a bit of rain around and both teams have been involved in a lot of unders totals, so that's certainly one to keep in mind when you're doing your SGMs for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. The total point line, let's look at it, 163.5. Now, there's a bit of rain about as well, OK? The SCG, low-scoring ground this year. Very different to last year. It's only averaging 162 this year. The Swans and the Blues both averaging 83, about 2.5 goals less than both of them last year. And also, as you mentioned, the Blues have been in 8 games that have hit the unders this year, and Sydney have hit 6. I think it's the high percentage play that you have to push into. Sydney versus Carlton, bit of rain about, SCG low-scoring ground. Let's take the unders in this game. 163.5 is a bit light. Do you like anything else from a point of view of the SGMs?
I do. Use StatMate for this one. There's a filter on there. You can include players when other players aren't in the team. And I did it with Blake Acres without Mitch McGovern. We don't know whether he's going to play or not, 50-50 at this stage. So he actually averages over 24 possessions without Mitch McGovern, meaning he gets back a lot and helps out. He's quite often that goalkeeper on the line and gets a lot of touches that way. And with Mitch McGovern, have a look there, just over 18. So it's a sit and watch. We don't know if he's going to play yet, but that price won't change for 20 plus. $2.15 for 20 plus. So if you hear Mitch McGovern's out, make sure you throw Blake Acres in for 20 plus in the SGMs.
I love that insight, the ability to be able to just hit that functionality, to have ins, outs against certain teams as well. Got to download the app. It's going to be your best friend, StatMate, throughout the whole of the AFL season. Saturday Arvo, MCG, Collingwood versus Adelaide. Now, I know Collingwood have won the last 8, so hence they're going to be short price favourites here. But in saying that, the last 4 games have been under a kick. Adelaide have been beating market expectation here. This is a fascinating game. Can Collingwood continue to buck the trend? They bucked the trend in the 5-day backup, beating Fremantle last week. Now they've got to buck a trend. It's a small sample size, I know, of coming back to Perth to an Eastern State venue. Western Bulldogs and Melbourne haven't been able to do it thus far. Collingwood short price favourites here. They keep going?
They keep going, I think. They're unbelievable. They just keep ticking boxes. They had 4 of their stars out last week as well. Had to go all the way to Perth. It was hot. Everything against them, and they just got the job done. Fantastic. Because you said that too, it's an important fact. The last 4 games, being both at MCG and Adelaide Oval, all decided by under a kick. So I've actually gone Adelaide the line at 15.5. I think they can be right in this one till late, and it's going to be tight either way. So 9-day break for Collingwood too.
Yeah, obviously coming back off the 5-day break from Perth, they probably need every bit of those days and hours, I would have thought, to recover. 171.5. We're on weather watch here, Bernie, so let's look at the clouds and see what happens. Up to 10 mils of rain expected Saturday during the game. We know Adelaide are a high-scoring team with 104, Collingwood as well. The flip side of that, Collingwood have only averaged giving up 69. So I think if the rain does hit, we want to be on possibly the unders of that 170.5, but let's watch the clouds and see what happens there. Third game we want to look at, GWS versus Fremantle. Now, GWS got back on the job by winning.
How good are they down there?
Well, they might as well, it should be their home ground.
They should move. Let's move them.
It was outstanding, but they needed to do that. Freo, we still don't know where this team is, and just from a market expectation point of view, the market has no idea at all. Both teams have missed market expectation the last 5 times this year. That is horrific, and that is why I just don't think I can trust anything between these 2 teams right now. There's just no consolidation at all. Is there anything you can push the viewers into at all in this game?
Well, the Giants are number 2 in the comp for disposal. So if you're doing your SGMs, maybe have a look at those players. Tom Green, Finn Callahan's going really well as well, and Lockie Whitfield's stats up. So they're probably the only angles I'd take.
I think I'd take Bernie's advice there. It is a tricky game. Can't trust them. If you're having a bet, make sure it's a sharp one. We'll see you very soon.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.